Hello and welcome to Astronomy Spotlight for June 2023. My name is Kirk Rosberg. I'm the planetarium coordinator here at the Hastings Museum. And first off, I do want to apologize for not having an Astronomy Spotlight for last month, for May, because we were so busy with school field trips and programs, we just did not have time to do it. But we are back right now for June. And for June, I want to talk about the brightest stars of the summer sky, since there are a number of bright stars we can see right now. By the way, I've set the sky up here for mid-June, so roughly June 15th, around 11:30, 11:45, just to get all of my stars in there. So if you go out around that time, you will be able to see everything that you are seeing right now from our planetarium sky. So, of the top 20 brightest stars overall, 14 of those can be seen from the northern hemisphere. Now, of those 14, 6 actually shine brightly in the summer evening sky. We're going to start with the brightest star you can see right now, and that is Arcturus. Arcturus is a bright orange star. It is number 4 overall. But in the northern hemisphere, it is the second brightest star after Sirius, the dog star, visible in the winter sky. The easy way to find Arcturus, and let's see, I'm going to I'll just turn on my star labels, there we go. Arcturus is currently high in the west right now, is to use the Big Dipper and the old mnemonic, follow the arc to Arcturus. Using the handle of the Big Dipper, we follow the arc down to Arcturus. And then the rest of that saying goes, and speed on to Spica. Spica in the constellation of Virgo. So first, let me turn on the lines for Boötes. Kind of looks like, well, a kite is what it looks like to me, but people thought of a lot of other things. Boötes, however, is the herdsman. So the herdsman Boötes, with the brightest star currently visible in the night sky right now, Arcturus. So, and turn off the lines. Here we go. So, we will come back to Spica very shortly. So, next on the list is Vega. Vega, a bright blue-white star. Vega is number 5 overall in the sky, and in the northern hemisphere, it is the third brightest star. So Vega is in the constellation of Lyra the Harp. Lyra is a small, compact constellation, kind of looks like maybe a trapezoid or a rectangle. It is supposed to represent a small harp or a lyre in the night sky, going back to ancient Greek myth. So we've got bright blue-white Vega up there. Which is second on our list here. Now, after that, it is Altair. Altair in the constellation of Aquila the Eagle. Let me turn on the lines for Aquila. There it is. And Altair basically is a bright blue-white star. It is number 12 overall, and in the northern hemisphere, it is number 8. Let me turn on the artwork for Aquila the Eagle, the messenger of Zeus. All right, next on our list is Antares. Antares, a bright red star easily noted by its very red color. Number 15 overall, but from the northern hemisphere, it is the 10th brightest star, and it is in the constellation of Scorpius the Scorpion. Let me turn on the lines. It is close to the southern horizon, always somewhere close to the southern horizon. But there it is, Antares, which means the rival of Mars, because of its red color, of course. And there is the constellation of Scorpius, one of the oldest of all the constellations in the night sky. So that is Antares, the bright red supergiant star. Next on the list is Spica, returning favorite. Yes, Spica is a blue star, not blue-white, but really blue, and it is number 16 overall. In the northern hemisphere, it is the 11th brightest star. And Spica, as I think I said, is in the constellation of Virgo. Let me now turn on the lines for Virgo. Spica means ear of wheat, and it is literally the ear of wheat that Virgo is holding in her hand. All right, so that is Spica, bright blue star. Next on the list is Deneb. Deneb is a bright blue-white star, number 19 overall. In the northern hemisphere, though, it is the 14th brightest star. Deneb is distinctly blue-white in color and is in the constellation of Cygnus, the Swan. Let me turn on the lines. There we go. There is the Swan. Now, Cygnus, at least part of Cygnus, goes by another name, and that is the Northern Cross. And it is, in fact, the top of the long arm of the Northern Cross. But technically, it is part of Cygnus, the Swan. And by the way, Deneb is one of the farthest, probably it is the farthest star of all the stars we've talked about. Deneb is probably over 3,000 light years away, so it's pretty far away. Finally, I want to talk about a star which everyone thinks is probably the brightest star in the night sky, but it is not. It is actually the star Polaris, better known as the North Star. Now, the North Star, which is actually at the end of the handle of the Little Dipper, and I can turn on the lines for the Little Dipper, or Ursa Minor, the little bear, right there. So Polaris is at the end of the handle. You might be surprised where it comes in on the brightest star list. It is actually number 48. It is the 48th brightest star overall that we can see in the sky. Thank you for watching, and join us again in July for another edition of Astronomy Spotlight.